We are underway. First game as a head coach. Clark diving in. With more shooting. Meanwhile, Clark scored or assisted upon. Clark meets Reese on a screen. Nurse catch fire. Can't hit. Vandersloot. Lob it in. Howard. Good.
Foot area.
Clark.
Feet and then be able to attack and
transfer to LSU. Nice job by Kelsey Mitch. First personal on Caitlin Clark. So speedy. Nice position. Reese lays it. Will fire again. Nice. Barges in and
to the offensive glass as well.
Other way. Vandersloot lays it in.
You can see the difference in Chicago in terms.
Will fire. And only Asia Wilson averaged more. Another one. That one's short as well. Here's Howard. Focuses she has for Clark at the. That's what we call a high-class problem. Joe Reese gets denied the follow. Beating Boston, who game. About this as a rival. Loves rivalries. Loves them as a sports fan. Drove by the high school. She said, Boston, Clark, Howard, along with Atkins. An acquisition for Chicago. In Natasha Howard. Here's Atkins, and we'll get a breather. Turner, Chicago, Sydney Colson, elevating, and floor. Williams push shot. Onyenwede. The push shield, 2-on-1, threw it behind. Vandersloot, Mitchell, connect!
With the way the ball is moving for the field.
Allen, Onyenwede, unable to hit, upping their attempt. Chicago's first quarter. Howard, Atkins, and a foul played with Love the dynamic. Wade fading away. Both teams in the bonus now.
Not displaced.
Mitchell hopping through. Pretty. In Indiana. For more all year, Courtney Williams last night.
Wow.
We're Plum with 37 in the nightcap last. Caitlin Clark to be able to find. So not on target. Head. Reese goes in. Marsh joining us as Banham by Banham, but Hull. What a look. And Hull lays.
Beautiful.
Hull will fire the three and
have to defend her. You know that she can.
Will fire away. No. The veteran off to the races.
The league is in good hands with this young talent.
Off to Clark. Boston fakes and lays it. Banham using sidestepping two is will take.
Angel Reese this year is a little more versatile.
Her former teammate Aaliyah Boston. And Boston gets fouled. Clark, little mid-range, center of the lane, nice dish. Eric off with a lot of space. Can he catch? Fire. No. Dumps it in. Howard sheds for the game. She said, Howard's one of those players.
And Howard's been like that her whole career.
In the corner, Nurse can't.
When there's been an inbound in the front court.
Drives. Head to Boston. Her jumper. 8 for Indiana. It's 11. Save it. What a dish by 11th of 12 in defensive. In her 16th year. Shoot. Clark drives it. A fake from Boston, who lays the fling ahead. How quarter had one of her blocks take point. Indiana lead. Allen
caught up for a second on it. That's all.
Clark around the screen as in.
Clark a couple times as a result.
It's been exhaustive, Rebecca.
Well, Howard was
shooting just 26%. And Stephanie White was talking with us. A lot of new key pieces as Vandersloot blocks. Mitchell. Boston with 10-point fever lead. Allen with 5 to shoot.
To the team is as both ends of the floor at the 4 position.
Liberty 2 with Dallas and now back. Shot clock turn. Fires. You bet.
What did you like about that side of the ball?
All right, Steph. Thanks a lot. Connecticut Sun the last 2 assistant as well as the shot clock Natasha Howard.
You humor me and
Mitchell finds Howard. Reese pounding in the lane. Guarded by Ice. Howard got
just great perimeter defense by the big.
In Howard bringing in DeWanna Bonner. Atkins drills Bonner. Off on that one. Boston gets called for the.
Coach Tyler Marsh told us earlier today to the hoop more. See her more.
Development coach in the. Nurse's 3 missed it. Bouncing, what a find! And Atkins gets the word with 15 points.
Double-digit assists. Continues go on, and the comfort is there.
Draws 2. Tried to go. Nurse short.
Going to be finishing those.
And Stephanie White pulls inside and spinning. Couldn't find. Boston He says 12 rebounds.
She would prefer, because as a post player,
In that game against the Lynx, we talked about
time to develop. It's always hard.
Vandersloot, step back, in that bucket. Rebecca Allen. Explain why she felt like they were on the side of giving Angel Reese, Alyssa Thomas with more as
A whole lot of contact there.
at that layup. So and has any other tricks up his sleeve. Bonner leans in the first half. Her media day photo. Playoffs.
That's all very interesting. Worldwide.
Maybe. Here's Boston, will fire a throw. 4 is a rookie. Drills Williams. Bodies Williams, finds Boston in. 0.7 rebounds, 7 assists. Great look. Allen. Howard. Oh, unable to lay it in for the screen. Allen. Out to Hull. Earlier because interaction with Angel Reese.
Poopers, this league of ours when it comes.
Howard, 51, Colson, 6. Final minute of the Bonner dumps it in and a foul on. Here's Howard, deflected, done for a final offense. The Thunder and Denver. Been an incredible series. Gets awarded her 8th rebound to go with, and a foul on.
But you saw it there as well.
To not discourage her teammates at times. With 3 personals. Can't hit.
Well, I have the toast of the town. Besides, we're trying to lead their franchises. What stands out? Any inspiration from
Virtually it works the same way. So
on Wednesday? What does that mean to you?
that will be a lot of fun, and look forward to over the last couple of years and having some.
Clark leading Mitchell. Banham, floor, Reese swims in. Third quarter. The first rookie to ever record 1. Now bounces to her. Here's Clark. Clark firing. Wants it. Mitchell takes.
It's rebounding.
Oh, Cardo. Don't know whether she'll come back. Mitchell backdoor push. Howard with 15. Also has 15 rebounds. Contested 2. Get in. The follow won't go. And then a 4th. Reese in. Here's Mitchell. 5 straight Elite 8s. In Bonner. Ooh, couldn't get it off. Here at TCU for Boston. Here's Howard guarding Clark. At LSU as Duntus goes to the scorer's table, getting ready. Onion Wade can't get. And Lith leaning and backfires. That rebound. Foul on from the floor as Colson.
It's together that some of the other championship
Draft, the Fever were just Duntis. Yeah.
assume a bigger role as the year goes. Here she is, and I know we've seen those on.
And how about
Opportunities for Cardoso and Reese, although
most double-doubles in a season.
boards on the offensive end.
9 points, 9 boards. Tips in minutes. And a Fever.
Caitlin, but also that Caitlin has 2 fouls.
Vandersloot for Clark, who's also been credited with 3 blocks. Mitchell.
In her hands.
Boston with 10-point Fever lead. Allen with 5 to shoot.
A lot about Natasha Howard and her value to the team is as a lot of value to this team on both ends of the floor at the 4 position.
She won 2 titles, 2 years with the Liberty, 2 with Dallas, and now back by you though, partner. Shot clock turn, seconds left. Clark fires. You bet!
Chicago only shooting 28%. What did you like about that side of the ball?
Some things in our coverage so that we don't get to our switches.
All right, Steph, thanks a lot. We were in college for a while, coached the Connecticut Sun the last 2 seasons as a head coach, but as a player and as an assistant as well as the shot clock. 3-time champion, a 2-time All-Star, Natasha Howard.
You humor me in any
That's
relationship
right.
with me.
Mitchell finds Howard. Here's Reese pounding in the lane. Here's Clark. Guarded by Act. Working her way down on Reese. Howard got.
The shot clock goes down. Just great perimeter defense by the big.
This roster bringing in Howard, bringing in DeWanna Bonner.
Agency this past season.
Atkins drills and champion in this league. Here's Bonner off on that one. Cardoso working Boston. Boston gets called for the
All-star. She's been an Olympian, but her coach Tyler Marsh told us earlier today, she said this year she's also focusing on getting to the hoop more, see her more.
Tyler Marsh, who's been an elite player development coach in the gorgeous delivery from Boston. Nurse's three, missed it. Mark spinning, bouncing, what a find! And Atkins gets the... Howard with 15 points.
This is a year Caitlin Clark could average double-digit assists. An assist, but as the season continues to go on and the comfort is there.
To her. Howard draws two. Tried the seasons in New York. Back with Chicago. Nurse short.
Bonner. In a typical situation, she's going to be finishing those.
And Stephanie White talked. Fakes the jumper. Rumbles inside. And drop.
Against the bigger Cardoso.
Reese spinning, couldn't pop. Clark dumping it into Boston. Boston get blocks now. Meanwhile, Angel Reese has 12 rebounds. Yeah.
We'll have to ask Caitlin like which she would prefer, because as a post player,
What you observed from the wings in that game against the Lynx. We talked about
rookies. I think we got to give them a little bit of time to develop. It's always hard.
Clark looking to shake Vandersloot. Step back. Smirk on her face after that bucket. Rebecca Allen maintain the basketball. The team, Stephanie White is still trying to explain why she felt like history going into. You're going to err on the side of giving.
Indiana goes into a zone look.
Angel Reese and most ever, only Alyssa Thomas with more as challenging it. So
there wasn't a whole lot of contact there.
Courtney Vandersloot is going to get that layup. So on reviews thus far in case Roy Gilbain has any other tricks up his sleeve. Bounce 5 assists and 4 blocks. Bonner leans in this third after just one field goal attempt in the first half. The difference in her media day photo throughout the course of the season and into the playoffs.
That's all very interesting. Or maybe worldwide.
Maybe. 6 to shoot. Here's Boston, will fire a 3. 7 threes a year ago, 4 as a rookie. Drills 1, a lead. Williams, bodies in. Clark looking to take Williams, finds Boston inside. Clark has 14 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Vandersloot, great look. Allen off. Howard. Get off the inbound. Hull unable to lay it in, but Clark gets over the screen. Allen. Clark. Here's Boston. Out to Hull. Chicago over the limit. We were talking with Caitlin earlier because yesterday won after her interaction with Angel Reese.
Such party poopers, this league of ours, when it comes to the play.
And so number 3 on Howard, 51 Coulson, 6 Howard. This back to Duntas. Final minute of the third. Bonner dumps it in and a foul on Allen.
Inside.
Here's Howard, deflected. Duntas will check back in for a final offensive possession between the Thunder and Denver.
Joker gets it done.
Been an incredible series. Off as Clark gets awarded her 8th rebound to go with 14. And a foul on Chicago.
And get people in the right places, but you saw it there as well.
Have her improve upon that to not discourage her teammates at times. And Clark already with 3 personals. Lost it. Bonner can't hit. And special guest.
Well, I have the toast of the town, besides Caitlin, something special of 2 people who are trying to lead their franchises. What stands out about that guards I've ever seen? Do you take any inspiration from her past?
Than I am, and I think vice versa, it works the same way. So, yeah.
I start the Eastern Conference Finals on Wednesday. What does that mean to you?
You know, a part of another year of adding on to that will be a lot of fun, and look forward to competing against. Impact winning the right way, I think, over the last couple of years and having some experience.
Rebound away. Clark leading Mitchell for the Bantam. Can it? Vandersloot down the floor. Reese swims in and one in the third quarter. Last year had 2 triple-doubles, the first rookie to ever record one. Clark gets it back from Boston. Now bounces to her. Boston. Here's Clark. Here's Clark firing. Whistles it away. Clark wants it. Mitchell takes.
Can't. Needs to have one focus, and it's rebounding.
Oh, Cardoso rebound away from a triple-double. Don't know whether she'll come back in. Bonner's trying to get it. Mitchell backdoor pushes it up. 11 boards. Natasha Howard with 15. And points to lead the way for Chicago. Also has 15 rebounds. Here's Howard. Contested 2. Good containing. Can't bank it in. The follow won't go. It's Hative third rejection and then a fourth. Reese on the looked up and said, I'll get you in. Here's Mitchell. What a went to 5 straight Elite Eights in college. Bonner using the Bonner with 2 to shoot. Couldn't get it off. And a shot
To come over.
And then a year at TCU. There's Maddie, 13th rebound for Boston. Here's Howard. Van Lith guarding Clark. Remember Louisville, and then at LSU is Bonner. Tamira Stuntis goes to the scorer's table, getting ready to check. Here is Bonner. She has. And Onyenwere can't get it to. Here's Van Lith leaning and hit. Clark behind the back, fires short. Get one, meaning get that rebound. Foul on Sydney. 8 of 12 from the floor as Colson lays.
They don't have the experience together that some of the other championship favorites.
The 19th pick of this year's draft, the Fever were just tickled. Timpson as Duntis,
In the preseason, but she's going to assume a bigger role as the year goes on, as we've about what kind of a competitor she is. And you know, we've seen some good men, Courtney Vandersloot, as the year goes on.
And how about Chicago?
Open up a lot more opportunities for Cardoso and Reese, although
Reese, who had the second most double-doubles in a season.
7 of her boards on the offensive end.
Steal. Hall has 9 points, 9 boards. Timpson lays it. NBA debut these final minutes. Onyenwere. From the Indiana Fever.